training instructor, and I will be your narrator for today's ceremony. As the flights move into position, for the safety of the we ask that you refrain from entering the entry pad and remaining in respective safety areas until you keep photos during the ceremony. Now stand for safety stairways and additionally, we ask that you do not stand at the bottom of the grandstands as well as the arena drill. At the conclusion of the ceremony, you may proceed onto the retreat pad after the flights are dismissed. Please be cautious when ascending and descending the bleachers, utilize the handrails, and watch for tripping, slipping, and falling hazards. Restroom facilities are located in the reception center and to the right of the flagpole. During this morning's ceremony, smoking and the consumption of alcoholic beverages is not permitted. At this time, please silence all cell phones and other electronic devices. Thank you, and enjoy today's ceremony. In the military, ceremonies are held to accord distinctive honors to national symbols or individuals on special occasions. These ceremonies are also used to display the proficiency and state of training in the command and to promote teamwork and pride in the organization. They also contribute to public morale by displaying symbolically the strength and unity of the military in support of the nation. All the movements that you will observe today are known as drill. The purpose of drill is to enable a commander or non-commissioned officer, such as a military training instructor, the ability to move their units from one place to another in an orderly manner, to aid in training by instilling discipline and habits of precision and response to the leader's orders, and to provide for the development of all leaders in the practice of commanding formations. To maintain the proper decorum and respect for events such as this, we ask that you abide by the following standards while you are here. First, there will be times that you will be asked to stand for the invocation, the playing of the national anthem, the Air Force song, and the reciting of the Airman's Creed. Second, we ask that you refrain from silence during these times, reflecting on the price that has been paid for our freedom. Third, we ask that you pay respect to the flag during the national anthem. Military members and veterans in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute. Civilians should stand and place their right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may render a salute or place their right hand over their heart. Now marching into position from the 320th Training Squadron, Flight 273, led by Technical Sergeant Alicia Burns-Focus, military training instructor, hometown, Crawfordsville, Indiana. Academic Excellence Flight, Flight 274, led by Technical Sergeant No Puente, military training instructor, hometown, Hereford, Texas. Flight 275, led by Technical Sergeant Daniel Smith, military training instructor, hometown, Woodland Park, Colorado. Flight 276, led by Technical Sergeant Jacob Herbson, military training instructor, hometown, Ipswich, England. From the 321st Training Squadron, Flight 277, led by Staff Sergeant Manuel Munoz, military training instructor, hometown, Weiser, Idaho. by Staff Sergeant Antonio-Lackland, military training instructor, hometown, El Paso, Texas. From the 326th Training Squadron, Flight 279, led by Technical Sergeant Brendan Powers, military training instructor, hometown, Owensboro, Kentucky. Flight 280, led by Technical Sergeant Tyler Edwards, military training instructor, hometown, Finley Lake, New York. Flight 281, led by Technical Sergeant Christopher Stevens, military training instructor, hometown, Williamsburg, Kentucky. Flight 282, led by Technical Sergeant Jose Hernandez, military training instructor, hometown, Houston, Texas. PT Excellence Flight, Flight 283, led by Technical Sergeant Luke Dacia, military training instructor, hometown, Reno, Nevada. Flight 284, led by Technical Sergeant Reinhardt Vecklin, military training instructor, hometown, St. Louis, Missouri. From the 331st Training Squadron, Flight 285, led by Technical Sergeant Douglas Height, military training instructor, hometown, Fort Mohave, Arizona. Flight 286, led by Technical Sergeant Sergio Duarte, military training instructor, hometown, Washington, D.C., Maryland. Air Force Basic Military Training conducts graduation events over the course of 2 days to celebrate the accomplishments of our newest airmen and guardians. These events recognize their transition into the profession of arms. We acknowledge the tradition of honor and legacy of valor provided by those who came before and inspire us still today. We would also like to thank the family and friends for their continued support that these graduates will be counting on as they serve our great nation in years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the invocation given by Chaplain Davenport.
Let us pray. Almighty God, in you we live, move, and have our being. And as we witness this week here in San Antonio, the extravagance of your creative order of the world, was showcased on full display for all to see as we witnessed the eclipse. And just as your sun, moon, and planet were aligned perfectly in their functional orbit, on full display this week, today America's sons and daughters are aligned immaculately, dressed in their rank and file formations to celebrate a historic moment in their lives. You didn't just create the celestial bodies, you created these airmen for such a time as this. Mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, grandmothers, grandfathers, husbands, wives, and friends have converged here at the gateway of all airmen and guardians to shower their congratulatory presence upon their loved ones and reunite after months of being apart. Though basic has ended, their training continues as we launch them out into the wild blue yonder to learn a skill, hone a craft, and fight and win our nation's wars. May they perfect their craft and lead by example, always knowing that their country depends on them for the freedoms we treasure daily, even if it costs them their lives. As a coin is placed in their hands, and Old Glory is lowered and folded by our nation's finest NCOs, I implore them to realize that they trod in footsteps of tens of millions of service members who have gone before them, and now it is their turn to carry on the legacy. This I pray in your holy name. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. Please be seated. Good morning, and welcome to today's basic military training graduation ceremony. We would like to introduce our distinguished guests, beginning with the host for today's ceremony. The Commander, Air Force Basic Military Training, and 1989 graduate of Basic Military Training, Colonel Billy Wilson, Jr. Representing the Senior Enlisted Leader, Air Force Basic Military Training, and 2004 graduate of Basic Military Training, Chief Master Sergeant DeMarcus Fournette. Also in attendance with us today, the Deputy Commander, 37th Training Wing, Colonel John Odell III. The Command Master Chief, Center of Information Warfare Training, Master Chief Jason Thibodeau, accompanied by his wife, Master Sergeant Joan Thibodeau. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 737th Training Group is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. One additional and significant achievement demonstrating the dedication of 34 of our graduates who are being led by Technical Sergeant John Shields, Military Drill and Ceremonies Non-Commissioned Officer, hometown, Kinston, North Carolina. Today's recognition is made possible by a partnership between the Department of Defense and Department of Homeland Security to allow active duty service members to become citizens under the Naturalization at Basic Training Initiative. To be eligible, a member of the Armed Forces must pass a comprehensive application process administered by the Department of Homeland Security, including a background check and personal interview to demonstrate high moral character and their knowledge of the English language. Applicants are also tested on U.S. history and government. Hold your applause until all names have been announced. The Air Force is proud to recognize Arvind Pabro Henai, country of origin, Philippines. Ojo, country of origin, Ghana. John Dua, country of origin, Cameroon. Yu Shen, country Netherlands. Benjamin Suarez, country of origin, Honduras. Alvin Dubois Sal, country of origin, Cameroon. Amadou Ba, country of origin, Senegal. Tai Jun Park, country of origin, South Korea. Ulrich Semeng, country of origin, Burkina Faso. Gregorio Vasquez Hadavi, country of origin, Colombia. Abraham Lopez Castillo, country of origin, Mexico. Shaquille Wells, country of origin, Jamaica. Cynthia Hernandez, country of origin, Cuba. Phu Tran, country of origin, Vietnam. Udum Suk No, country of origin, Laos. Shihua Tong, country of origin, China. Ibrahim Ouattara, country of origin, Cote d'Ivoire. Ibrahim Zola, country of origin, Kazakhstan. Jean Zanana, country of origin, Rwanda. Albert Osed, country of origin, Ghana. Juan Janla, country of origin, South Korea. Marian Angelica Alphas, country of origin, Philippines. Ryan Rodriguez Osorio, country of origin, Honduras. Kevin Osvaldo Marroquin, country of origin, Guatemala. Doris Kilyuni, country of origin, Kenya. Kavatwa Avaru, country of origin, Zimbabwe. Marilyn Ofori Atta, country of origin, Ghana. Early Beaitza, country of origin, Italy. Ken Leonardo Fernandez, country of origin, Philippines. Samantha Grande Garamo, country of origin, Mexico. Alicia Marie Castillo, country of origin, Philippines. Tika Thapa, country of origin, Nepal. Ladies and gentlemen, please help us congratulate the newest citizens of the United States of America. Musical support for this morning's ceremony is provided by Airmen 321st Training Squad, performing under the direction of Staff Sergeant Jacob Wright. Military training program, hometown, Llano, Texas. These individuals have been hand-selected to perform for today's ceremony. In addition to completing all basic training syllabus and training requirements, Drum and Bugle Corps members commit additional training hours for practice throughout their weeks of training. Their extra effort and commitment demonstrate teamwork and Air Force Corps values, service before self. With each Drum and Bugle Corps performance, they honor the long-standing tradition of live music at formal military ceremonies. Ladies and gentlemen, Senior Master Sergeant Luis Serrano will now come forward and address our graduating class.
Before we start, let's take a moment and make some noise to let these graduates know how proud we are of them and how good they look right now. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, right now as you look upon your recruit, I encourage you to make a note of this moment. As you cheered on your loved ones, screamed their names, and made an indistinguishable sound to let them know how proud you are of them, notice their demeanor. They didn't move. Not one head turned, not one hand raised to wave, not one of these trainees cracked a smile. These young men and women, your loved ones, are different. They are not the same people you knew several weeks ago. You see, over the past 7.5 weeks, these graduates have been working tirelessly to rid themselves of bad habits, overcome adversities, build resilience, and truly embody what it means to be a warrior airman. They are disciplined, they are motivated, and most importantly, they are hungry for more, hungry for what's to come next. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to tell you, their mission was a success. It is important to know they did not accomplish this alone. They had a lot of help along the way, from the moment they stepped off the plane and made their way to baggage claim, to the moment they were issued their uniform and learned how to properly wear it, all the way to the very moment right now. They have had a professional, dedicated, motivating, relentless, selfless, and sometimes loud, and senior non-commissioned officer leading the way. These individuals are our military training instructors. Let's give them a round of applause. I would be remiss if I did not recognize one of the most important groups of people in attendance today. These individuals were key to the success of these trainees. They were the driving force that kept them pushing through the long days and hard nights. That group of individuals is you. Their family, friends, sources of motivation, and their reason for being here today. Thank you for entrusting us with your loved ones. We are honored to guide them through their journey. Yet, as we revel and rejoice in the accolades of these graduates, we can't forget the reason we are all here wearing the uniform today. From the sidelines, our great power competitors, China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, and more, are watching. They analyze our every move, searching for points of weakness to exploit, and are endlessly surveying our fighting force in hopes to emulate our strength and success as a global power. They use multiple tactics across many different platforms to degrade the American people's morale and turn us against one another. However, they have repeatedly faltered, and time again, they have failed. I can think of 591 reasons why they will never come close to us. Those 591 reasons why stand before you right now. I would like to remind our adversaries and leave them with a small portion from Medal Honor recipient, then Staff Sergeant David Biavia's speech, where he stated, "We have been honed into a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there is one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters." Trainees, as you continue through your military service, I ask that you honor your commitment to our core values. Never forget the sacrifices made by those who came before you, and strive to uphold the proud traditions of the United States Air Force. Know that as you fulfill your pledge to protect and defend the Constitution of our great nation, you are paving the way for generations to come. I could not be prouder to serve alongside of you. In conclusion, I hereby acknowledge your completion of all graduation requirements and have recommended to Colonel Wilson and Chief Master Sergeant Anderson that you receive your coveted Airman's coin. This signifies your transition today from trainees to airmen. Congratulations, Airmen. Military training instructors, you may proceed.
At this part of the ceremony, the military training instructors will distribute the Venerable Airman's coin, and for the first time, distinct Space Force coins to our Space Force graduates. The lore of military coins has many colorful suspected origins. However, a popular story stems from World War I, where American volunteers formed flying squadrons in France during the Great War. One of the volunteers was a wealthy lieutenant who took great pride in his service and had medallions cast in bronze, with his squadron's emblem on them. He gave those medallions to every member of his unit. Not long after, one of the pilots was shot down behind enemy lines and was captured by a German patrol. The German forces confiscated the pilot's possessions except for the pilot's medallion that he wore around his neck. While in confinement in a small French village, the captured pilot took advantage of a nighttime bombardment by the Allies. He donned civilian clothes and escaped after crossing the front lines to safety. He came across a French outpost where he was initially thought to be a saboteur until he showed them his unit coin. The French forces recognized the unit emblem, and instead of any harsher treatment, he received a bottle of wine. Today, several military units have developed their own coins and specific rules for them. Many organizations give out their unit coins to recognize outstanding performances and achievements. The coins the airmen and space professionals receive today are unique in that they originate here at the gateway to the Air Force and are only given to those who complete this rigorous course of instruction. On one side of the airman's coin, the original emblem of the Air Force resides as envisioned by General Henry Hap Arnold, one of the first military aviators and later commander of the Army Air Forces in World War II. Beneath the emblem, the year 1947, the birth date of the United States Air Force, and around the rim of the coin, the core values of the Air Force: integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. Inscribed on the other side of the coin is the newly recognized emblem of the Air Force, a symbol that honors the heritage of our past and represents the promise of our future. The emblem retains the core elements of the Henry Hap Arnold emblem, the Arnold wings, and the star within a circle. The modern effect of the emblem reflects our Air and Space Force today and into the future. Inscribed in a half circle above the contemporary Air Force emblem is the Air Force motto, "Aim high, fly, fight, win." And on the border of the coin, a reminder to all who see this is inscribed, "Awarded on the occasion of becoming an airman in the world's greatest Air Force."
Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant Colonel Myers will now come forward and address our graduating class.
Good morning to all our guests, family, and friends. Thank you for setting the foundation for these airmen and your continued support while they've strived to complete this journey. And thank you for trusting us with your loved ones. Today, we gather to celebrate the remarkable achievements of 591 exceptional airmen who have successfully completed their rigorous training and transformed into proud airmen. It is an honor to stand before each of you. I want to express my deepest gratitude for your commitment to serve our great nation. You have chosen a path that demands sacrifice, courage, and unwavering dedication. By wearing the uniform of the United States Air Force, you embody the values of integrity, excellence, and service before self. Each and every one of you is an inspiration, not only to those who stand beside you today, but also the generations that will follow in your footsteps. I want to congratulate you for reaching this significant milestone. From the moment you stepped off the bus, unsure of what awaited you, you exhibited resilience. You faced countless challenges, from early morning wake-up calls that made you question your sanity, to countless challenges that tested your physical and mental limits. But guess what? You made it. You conquered every obstacle thrown your way. You conquered every obstacle thrown your way, and today you stand tall as members of the world's greatest Air Force. I want to take a moment before I continue to show appreciation to our military training instructors who worked tirelessly to turn the civilians that showed up here 7.5 weeks ago into the great airmen you see standing here. The dedication they have to their craft and this mission is unmatched across the Air Force. Let's all give MTIs another round of applause. Airmen, these MTIs challenge you in countless ways through learning military standards, achieving training objectives, striving for excellence, and most importantly, learning from your failures and developing your resilience. They forced you to work as a team. You quickly learned that you couldn't make it through this journey alone. Together, you formed bonds that will last a lifetime. Whether it was cleaning the latrine, rolling your 1,000 t-shirt, or simply surviving being without your families, you did it as a team. And who can forget that time doing drill where one of you somehow managed to march left when the whole flight went right? Through stress, the fatigue, and homesickness, you found some laughter, and that laughter brought you even closer together. When you have a team you can rely on through the tough times and challenges, you can conquer anything that comes your way. As you move forward in your military careers, remember the lessons you learned here. Embrace the challenges that lie ahead with the same tenacity and dedication that you demonstrated. Know that you have what it takes to rise above any obstacle and soar to new heights, and never forget your why. In closing, I want to leave you with a quote from Secretary of State Colin Powell. "There are no secrets to success. It is a result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. Always strive to be the best airman you can be for you, your wingman, and your country. And when the time comes to hang up your uniform for the last time, leave no doubts that you, the Air Force, and the country are better because of your service." Congratulations once again. One team!
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Myers. At this time, we would like to take this opportunity to recognize base's military training's most outstanding performer, someone who demonstrated their ability to successfully navigate all assessments, testing their physical abilities, academic aptitude, and adaptability to the military environment through multiple progress checks. This airman has surpassed all others in the challenges of training and has earned the distinction of being the top graduate of this class. The top graduate is from the 326 Training Squadron, Flight 281, Airman Branton Jones. He is from Norman, Oklahoma, and joined the Air Force to become a firefighter. In the stands cheering are his wife, Valentina, mother, Patty, stepfather, Curtis, and siblings Jocelyn and Shaylin. His recruiter is Staff Sergeant Caleb Villa from the 349th Recruiting Squadron, Norman, Oklahoma. Please stand as a sign of unity as our top graduate leads us through the Airman's Creed. Instructors, place your flights at attention.
I am an American Airman!
I have answered my nation's call. I am an American Airman. My mission is to fly, fight, and wear. I am faithful to a proud heritage, a traditional honor, and a legacy of valor. I am an American Airman, guardian of freedom and justice, my nation's sword and shield, its sentry and avenger. I defend my country with my life. I am an American Airman, wingman, leader, warrior. I will never leave anyone behind. I will never falter, and I will not fail.
Thank you. Please be seated. Instructors, place your flights at ease. This morning, we honor our heritage of military customs and traditions as we welcome our newest airmen into the ranks of the Department of the Air Force. There are two purposes of this morning's retreat ceremony. The retreat ceremony is a solemn event conducted at every United States military installation around the globe. It signifies the end of the official duty day, and today is symbolic of the end of training for our graduates. But more importantly, it is to pay respect to our nation's flag. When we offer our respect to our flag and to our national anthem, we have an opportunity to reflect on the democratic principles that have made our nation great. The meaning of freedom, dignity of the individual, the pursuit of happiness, and national unity all come to mind when you think of our flag. It is a symbol of our nation to the world. Military members have a special bond with the flag. These airmen are part of the flag's tradition because they symbolize the spirit and sacrifices of the military and dedication to the defense of this great nation and the principles it represents. When we salute the flag as it is lowered, we ask you to think about the flag flying over Arlington and other national cemeteries. Think about the flag being carried into combat by the service members who preceded us. Think about the freedom Americans enjoy today, freedom without precedent in the history of the world. The men and women who stand before you today represent the projection of the strength behind our flag. Our flag security detail consists of members from the 320th Training Squadron, led by Technical Sergeant John Shelton. Our commander of airmen is Master Sergeant Nick Niles. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the sounding of retreat and remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. The flag stands for peace, honor, truth, justice, and freedom. In the armed forces of the United States, during this ceremony of retreat, the flag is lowered, folded in a triangle fold, and kept under watch throughout the night as a tribute to our nation's honored dead. The next morning, it is brought out at the ceremony of Reveille. The flag has been torn to strips and used as bandages for wounded combatants on the battlefield. It has been placed in the trembling arms of a grieving parent at the grave of their fallen son or daughter. It is flown at half-staff to honor our military members. The flag has flown in every battle of every war for more than 200 years. It has flown at Valley Forge, Shiloh, and Gettysburg. It was there at San Juan Hill, the trenches of France, in the Argonne Forests, Anzio, Rome, on the beaches of Normandy. It was waved at Okinawa, Korea, Vietnam, Somalia, Kuwait, Iraq, and in Afghanistan. The flag has been burned, torn, and trampled on the streets of countries that America has helped set free, and yet it remains invincible. Please remain standing for the playing and singing of the United States Air Force song.
Climbing high to the sun, they come to meet our thunder, and now give the guns down the guys, down the flame from honor, off with one out the war. Bang around, but hey, nothing to stop the USAF.
Congratulations on achieving this historic milestone that marks the beginning of your career. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain in your seating area. The graduates will be dismissed momentarily. Town Pass ends at 2000 hours. When dropping off graduates, please stay in your vehicle. Family members are not authorized to enter any training area. Thank you, and please enjoy your stay at 37th Training Wing, Joint Base, San Antonio-Lackland, Texas. Airmen, if you lost a flight cap, report to the podium to retrieve it. Top graduate, report to the podium to retrieve your certificates. All graduates are now released to their families.